chop here in the Omni. Rolls him up. Steamboat, another near fall. This crowd here in the Omni on Thanksgiving night, beside themselves in this one. Steamboat up and over, but he holds on. Steamboat back in the ring. What a match this is. Belly to back suplex. Hello again, everyone, and welcome to TBS and World Championship Wrestling. I'm Jim Ross, and I'll be your host for the next 2 hours in a very special edition of World Championship Wrestling. Fans, we're going to show you some exclusive footage within the next 2 hours from Atlanta's Omni, where on Thanksgiving night, Sting and Ravishing Rick Rude had a real war for the United States Heavyweight Championship. We'll also show you some footage from the Omni surrounding the World Tag Team Championship. Also in the program, very unique 8-man tag team event. You're going to see the combination of P.N. News, Flying Bryant, and the Patriots as they take on the Young Pistols, Thomas Rich and Richard Morton. Also from Japan, a battle of great light heavyweights. Jushin Thunder Liger will take on the man formerly known as the Pegasus Kid, Chris Benoit, plus a grudge match beyond description. Dustin Rhodes one-on-one with beautiful Bobby in this broadcast. But right now, let's go to the ring and the dog-faced gremlin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 265 pounds, Rick Steiner. And Rick Steiner, accompanied by his brother, Scott. And his opponent from Chattanooga, Tennessee, 234 pounds, Greg Sawyer.
I certainly enjoyed being on the Bruce Cruise this past week with Scott Steiner. Scott must have signed hundreds of autographs as he walked his brother out, now returning to the locker room. Rick Steiner currently ranked number 2 in the WCW Top 10. And Greg Sawyer looking for an upset victory here on WCW. Great right hand by the dog-faced gremlin. A man that has his sights set, wow, on the world's heavyweight champion, the total package Lex Luger. Steiner certainly enjoys the physical aspects of WCW. And Sawyer in a very helpless position. Oh my! Rammed into the top turnbuckle upside down. Steiner will be involved at Starrcade exclusively on pay-per-view on Sunday, December 29th. And via the lethal lottery, teams will be drawn at random, and Rick could find himself on opposing teams with his brother. That's certainly a possibility. There's a Steiner line. When they draw the names at random, you're going to find obviously some very unique combinations. And we will not know any of those combinations until December the 29th when they're drawn on pay-per-view. Steiner and Luger, two phenomenal athletes. And what a move. Belly to belly suplex off the second turnbuckle. He wants to be the heavyweight champion. And who's going to tell him no?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Rick Steiner.
Steiner and Luger will meet again for the heavyweight championship of the world. They could even be partners at Starrcade via the lethal lottery. Fans, when we come back, Rick Rude, Sting, footage from the Omni.
I believe in you wholeheartedly. I know the fans do as well. Closing here, you have anything else to say to all the great fans in WCW?
Just stick with me. Don't give up on me yet.
Welcome back, everyone, to World Championship Wrestling. I'd like to take you back to Thanksgiving night. It was at the Omni where Ravishing Rick Rude and Sting went one-on-one for the United States Heavyweight Championship. We have some exclusive footage, fans, we're going to be showing you just momentarily of one of the most intense, physically intense feuds that I have ever witnessed in WCW. Let's go back to Thanksgiving night. In the Omni, a phenomenal crowd was on hand to witness this battle. The challenger in trouble here. And there you see the real Thanksgiving turkey.
Talk to me now if you want. We got him.
Sting now back up. The United States Heavyweight Champion trying to go now for the Rude Awakening. Sting reaching down with every ounce of strength in his body. Separating the hands of Rude. And Sting with a version of the Rude Awakening of his own. And both men are down. Senior referee Nick Patrick will now exercise his 10 count. What a battle. Here in the Omni for the United States Heavyweight Championship. Sting has got, oh, he's half a count away. Irish whips him in. What elevation. Tremendous elevation by the Stinger and a clothesline. The challenger on his way back to regaining the title. Rude is in big, big trouble here. This phenomenal crowd in the Omni sensing that Sting is ready to regain the United States Heavyweight Championship. Here it comes. The Stinger Splash. The Stinger Splash. Dangerously up on the apron, distracting the referee. But it may not matter. Sting, wait a minute, there's Medusa. Medusa with a karate kick. Momentarily stopping Sting. Watch out from behind. He turned around just in time. Sting now has Rude up over his head, and my gosh, he dropped him right outside. Sting threw him right over the top rope, and here he comes. Oh! The Stinger now has gone irate. He threw him over the top rope. Oh! Paul Lee dangerously tried a cheap shot there. Sting with a phone. Right to Rude's face. Paul Lee trying to jump on Sting's back. And this crowd here in the Omni wants dangerously to get what's coming to him. There's Medusa in. And now Rude back in with that cheap shot to the knee.
Get off of him, Dangerous. You better get your people out of here.
Medusa dangerously leaving the ring. Rude has won this match via disqualification, dangerously throwing the chair into the champion. And now Rude working on the leg of that steel chair. You can bet he never wants to face Sting again. Sting had this match won, if not for the interference of Dangerously and Medusa. Big Josh in the ring. Well, Rude has won the match via disqualification. There's Ricky Steamboat coming in. What a matchup. And what a feud. Tremendous action between those two phenomenal athletes. And right now, Ravishing Rick Rude still remains the United States Heavyweight Champion. He's the #1 contender for the World's Heavyweight title. Sting, Rude will meet again. You can count on that, ladies and gentlemen. The United States Heavyweight Championship is something that is near and dear to Sting, to say the least. He also wants to be the #1 contender for the Heavyweight Championship of the world for very obvious reasons. We'll have WCW Magazine right after this.
Welcome back to World Championship Wrestling. I'm Eric Bischoff, and this is the WCW magazine. The past 2 weeks here on TBS have seen the formation of what could prove to be the most dominant group ever assembled in WCW. The Paul E. Dangerously led Dangerous Alliance has made a dramatic impact, just as Paul E. predicted at Halloween Havoc.
The man behind this mask is the only man on the face of the planet that can help me bankrupt this company till I can buy it and fire every single person that has stood in my way. The man behind this mask is the only man that's ever eliminated each and every person in his way. The man behind this mask is the only man that can crush the hopes of the little stingers until a man stands over the remnants of his career and says, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Rest in peace, Stinger. Your career is over. Ladies and gentlemen, the next United States Heavyweight Champion, Ravishing Rick Rude.
With Paul E. Dangerously's intentions now public, with Rude and Medusa as cornerstones of his new organization, Paul E. devised a plan to win the U.S. title from Sting. Now, Rude did win the title, but not as Dangerously had originally planned. Here's what happened on the infamous night of November 19th.
Page 12, Section 6.1, Article 6. You want to get a close-up, go right ahead. Too late. It states, and you can read it there, I'm not lying this time, should, by accident, act of God or injury, the United States Heavyweight Champion not appear in the ring by bell time, the United States Heavyweight Championship will be forfeited, and the title will be assumed by Ravishing Rick Rude. He cannot appear here before bell time.
Just keep talking, Paulie. Get him in here.
Sting does not appear in this ring by the time the bell rings. There will be a new United States Heavyweight Champion.
He's back. Hey, Nick, he's back.
He's back.
He's back here.
He's back.
He's back. He's here. He is here.
There's the bell.
Sting trying to get in the building. He's limping noticeably. He went to the wrong door. Sting is back. Now, Paul E. wants the match right now, but there's got to be a 10 count.
He's administering the 10 count right now.
And Nick Patrick, listen to the crowd here.
He broke the 10 count. He's going to start that 10 count again.
There he is. There he is. Will he make it? Sting. Oh, what courage. And Rude's going to meet him. Rude and Sting now. Fighting in the rope way. Sting. Oh, my God. Bad leg it off. Mouth jerk at ringside.
This may be it, Jim. I don't think he can get up from this.
Oh, this is no way. Don't let this happen. On top. Oh, he kicked out. Yeah. He kicked out. Dangerous. He thought he had him with that bow, but the Stinger kicked out. And there's a DDT. A DDT. It may be over. And Dangerous, he's up on the apron. Rude from behind. He clipped that knee from behind, just like Luger did earlier. He's got it cradled. He's got the tights. But he's going to win it. Oh, my.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner and new United States Heavyweight Champion, Ravishing Rick Rude.
With the U.S. title now in their grasp, Dangerously and company went to work in recruiting new members for his proposed attack on WCW management. 2 weeks ago on TBS, he introduced his entire organization to the world.
Welcome the newest members of the Dangerous Alliance, Arn Anderson and Larry Zbyszko. The world's TV champion, Stunning Steve Austin. Ladies and gentlemen, beautiful Bobby Eaton.
Dangerously's goal is for the Dangerous Alliance to destroy all of WCW's heroes, to win all major WCW championships, and to eventually control the WCW Championship Committee. Interestingly enough, however, all members of the Dangerous Alliance will participate in Starrcade 91, and via the Lethal Lottery could find themselves facing each other in the tag team phase of the event prior to the Battle Bowl. Here's more about the pay-per-view exclusive.
It happens only once a year. World Championship Wrestling presents the Sports Spectacular of the season. Starrcade 91. Anything goes in wrestling's ultimate challenge of skill, luck, and survival. Starrcade 91. Battle Bowl, the Lethal Lottery. December 29th live, only on pay-per-view. Call your local cable operator for availability.
Don't miss this pay-per-view exclusive just 3 weeks away. Call your local cable company and order Starrcade 91 today. I'm Eric Bischoff, and this has been the WCW Magazine.
World Championship Wrestling presents the Sports Spectacular of the season. Starrcade 91 Battle Bowl, the Lethal Lottery. On December 29th, the superstars of WCW will push competition to the limit. 40 of the biggest names in wrestling go head-to-head in 10 wild luck-of-the-draw tag team matches. Win its advance to the brutal Battle Bowl, where it's every man for himself. Don't miss the total package. Lex Luger, Sting, the All-American Ron Simmons, Scott Steiner, Rick Steiner, the Natural Dustin Rhodes, Stunning Steve Austin, the Diamond Stud, plus over 30 more stars of World Championship Wrestling. Who will emerge victorious? Anything goes in the ultimate challenge of skill, luck, and survival. Meet Starrcade 91 Battle Bowl, the Lethal Lottery, December 29th, live only on pay-per-view. Call your local cable operator for availability.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the ring area at 240 pounds, he hails from Vero Beach, Florida, Terrence Taylor. And his opponent already in the ring from Rock City, USA at 245 pounds, Scott Allen.
America's leading country music personality, Rhubarb Jones, completes the introduction. And interestingly enough, Mr. Taylor is here without the York Foundation entourage. Still to come here on WCW. The York Foundation and the Young Pistols join forces to meet the Patriots, Flying Brian and PN News, in what should be a great 8-man tag team event. Now, we have heard that Terrence Taylor may be attempting to negotiate his way out of his contract with the York Foundation. We'll have some news on that on the Wrestling Hotline, plus some other stars negotiating with WCW about wrestling here. And we'll cannot mention that on television, but we will mention it on the hotline until midnight tonight. So the latest rumor mill continues to grind its way on the Wrestling Hotline tonight until midnight. Taylor, the veteran from Vero Beach, Florida, has a tremendous amount of wrestling skills, driving his head up into the jaw of Scott Allen. And tomorrow on the main event, you'll see a Thunder Cage match, 6-man tag team event, inside a steel cage taped a few weeks ago, that we think you'll find most interesting. A cage match on television on the main event tomorrow here on TBS with Tony Schiavone and his sidekick, Missy Hyatt. Terrence Taylor, very confident of his abilities at the stage of his career that he'd like, I think, to go it on his own. Up and over goes Scott Allen, and Taylor unable to block it fully. Finally kicks out at 2. Man, that would have been an upset. Taylor up very quickly with the right hand. Fans still to come. Jushin Thunder Liger and Chris Benoit. 2 great light heavyweights. Plus beautiful Bobby and Dustin Rhodes in that big grudge match. And we'll also show you more footage from the Omni on Thanksgiving night involving
the World Tag Champions.
Better give it up now.
Steamboat and Rhodes versus Anderson and Eaton of the Dangerous Alliance.
I'm out now. That's Taylor.
Taylor dropping the knee to the neck, back of the head of Allen.
I'll go when I get ready. I'll go when I get ready.
Taylor, very arrogant at this stage of the contest. He knows he has things in control. Gut wrench suplex into a power bomb. Referee Nick Patrick surveying the situation here. He knows that Allen is in a very helpless state, but Allen fights back, showing a lot of determination. But it's Taylor with a double thrust. Taylor spent a lot of time with various members of the Dangerous Alliance on the Bruise Cruise, and which has led to some speculation in WCW. There's the 5-arm. Taylor with the lateral press and a victory.
The winner of the event, Terrence Taylor.
Fans, the 8-man tag is next. Welcome back, everyone, to WCW. Jim Ross back with you here on TBS. Referee Nick Patrick has called for the bell. This is an 8-man tag team event. The U.S. Tag Champions, the Patriots, along with Flying Brian and PN News, to take on the Young Pistols and Richard Morton and Thomas Rich of the York Foundation. Remember, tomorrow here on TBS on the main event with Tony Schiavone and Missy Hyatt, the U.S. Tag Team Championship will be decided when the Pistols take on the Patriots. That here on the main event tomorrow. And Pillman and Tracy Smothers going nose to nose here. And Smothers with a poke to the eye. This should be like a mini battle royal. Tremendous chops by Flying Brian. Irish whipping Smothers in. Smothers with that karate kick. This was starting out very aggressively. High wrist by Pillman. Hip flops Smothers over. And Morton elevated. Pillman taking down a pair. And all 8 men now in the ring momentarily. Rather chaotic here in the early going of this one. Big PN News, who is on the cover of the new WCW magazine, on sale this week. What a move here. We'll take another look. Look at this move that Pillman able to maintain his concentration. Steve Armstrong in, and the Pistols both taken down by that move from Flying Brian. PN News dressed up as Santa Claus with Missy Hyatt as his helper on the cover of the WCW magazine. Steve Armstrong in. Collar and elbow forcing Pillman back into the corner. Right hand by Armstrong. Certainly not making his family and friends in Marietta, Georgia very happy with his conduct recently. Head and shoulder fake by the former Cincinnati Bengal. And a drop kick, high risk move, great move, and another drop kick by the light heavyweight champion of the world now. Very quickly up top, and a cross body. And the Young Pistols now trying to take advantage of this situation. Missed the clothesline, and here Pillman found its mark. Big Todd Champion in, and Thomas Rich avoided the right hand. We're going to see Jushin Thunder Liger take on a man that Flying Brian's very familiar with, Chris Benoit. A little bit later this broadcast, it will be Liger and Pillman Christmas night in the Omni for the World Heavyweight Championship. Or Light Heavyweight Championship, I should say. Big Todd Champion showing a great deal of power here. Wrist lock, tag made. Here comes his tag team partner, Firebreaker Chip. Appropriately enough, a fireman carry takeover. Well, it should be quite a matchup tomorrow here on TBS when the Pistols and the Patriots battle for the U.S. tag title. Thumb to the eye by Steve Armstrong, very proud of himself for breaking the rules in that manner. Tremendous kicks to the chest. Thomas Rich moving the referee out of position. Able to extend his fingers into the throat of Firebreaker Chip. And this one is certainly doesn't have any lulls. Firebreaker now opening up the right hands, tags his PM News. Rapmaster. Man, what a mismatch here in size. Look out. He just ran through Morton. He just ran through Rich. Karate kick and a drop kick. PM News thinks he's Flying Brian or something. Really an agile guy for a 403-pounder. Kick to the midsection by Tracy Smothers. Now hammering away. Good reversal of the Irish whip. Steve in there now. He'll be introduced to his partner. And there's the avalanche. Both young Pistols being rolled through. What a move by PM News. And I don't think anyone wants to tag Smothers to come in and face PM News. Young Pistols at one time had a great deal of popularity. Look at this crowd here on hand for this one. But they have certainly changed their attitude. That young lady has certainly had to be a mediator as well as a business person. Mentioned earlier that Terrence Taylor would like to leave the York Foundation, at least that's what we're told. He is not here at ringside for this contest. And the knee from behind by Richard Morton. And Morton now makes the tag very quickly to Tracy Smothers. They have Firebreaker Chip at a disadvantage here. Morton sends him in, an inverted atomic drop into martial arts. Blow to the face. Tag made, Steve Armstrong in. And now this 8-man combination of the Pistols and the York Foundation widening the advantage in this 8-man tag team event. Another quick tag. Both Pistols in now. They'd like to really batter and bruise either member of the Patriots before tomorrow's title match on the main event. PM News trying to get the referee to do something about this double team. And Thomas Rich choking Firebreaker Chip here with a piece of tape. The Firebreaker
whose flame is about to be retarded. Needs to make the tag. Oh, there was a cheap shot by Morton. Firebreaker trying to fight his way to his corner and make a tag. Sunset flip. And he got him down. 1, 2, and that's all this time. Clothesline by Tracy Smothers. Smothers on top for a lateral press. Smothers, who played college football at Carson Newman and NAIA Football Power in Tennessee, tags in Richard Morton. Morton should be the leader of this group. 4 times World Tag Team Champion. Great power by the Firebreaker in the reverse chin lock. Morton, member of the Rock and Roll Express, won 4 Tag Team Championships. A little overzealous, and the experience of Morton coming to the front here. Tagging his partner, Thomas Rich. Again, Rich using the tape from his wrist to choke the Firebreaker. Brian not able to restrain himself. Boy, this puts a referee in a tough position. Got 8 men there to try to control. Inside cradle, and the Firebreaker had a near fall, and Morton saved the day there. Chip has both arms hooked. He's trying to go for a pin. I don't think he'll get him here. Only got 1. He needs to make the tag, quite frankly. Not try to be the hero of this matchup. Kick. Morton said a little early, and Firebreaker got the kick in. Now he needs to make the tag. And he does so to the WCW Light Heavyweight Champion. We saw these two here battle this morning on the Power Hour. Oh, great tandem drop kick there by Flying Brian. Has Morton up. Air Pillman about to launch. Right off the top, the crossbody. And Rich was there to interrupt the count. PN News in. Champion in. Firebreaker Chip in. Smothers now with a full Nelson on Firebreaker Chip. He just got clotheslined out of his boots by Todd Champion. Armstrong up on top, cross body. Firebreaker rolled through. He holds the leg, and he's going to get it.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the team of the Rapmaster, PN News, Firebreaker Chip, Todd Champion, and Flying Brian.
Welcome back, everyone, to TBS and World Championship Wrestling. As you know, on Christmas night in Atlanta's Omni, Jushin Thunder Liger will challenge Flying Brian Pillman for the Light Heavyweight Championship of the world. Well, recently in Japan, Liger had a tremendous matchup with another man considered one of the greatest light heavyweights in the world today, Chris Benoit. Liger and Benoit had been involved in a tremendous feud when Benoit was masked as the Pegasus Kid. Let's go now to Japan and this tremendous match.
Here he comes, Jushin Thunder Liger, one of the most popular athletes in Japan. An outstanding young man. I know that when we were in Tokyo this past January, I really had an enjoyable conversation with this youngster. Of course, we had an interpreter. I don't speak Japanese, and he doesn't speak Oklahoman.
Benoit, formerly a masked wrestler known as the Pegasus Kid. Jushin Thunder Liger being introduced. It was in August of 1990 when Benoit, who then wrestled, as I said, under a mask as the Pegasus Kid, went to Japan and upset Liger for the light heavyweight championship of Japan. About 3 months or so later, Liger regained the championship, and then they had a big grudge match, mask versus the mask. Well, it's obvious that Liger won that situation. Benoit had to unmask, and this is their first match since that series, and it should be an outstanding one. Liger, who will wrestle for WCW beginning on Christmas night in Atlanta's Omni. Liger also scheduled to be on cards in Dallas, Baltimore, the Meadowlands, and will be wrestling at Starrcade, exclusively on pay-per-view on December the 29th. Good exchange of arm drags. Both these men are just phenomenal risk takers. They do some very, very high-risk maneuvers. Wrist lock applied by Benoit. Benoit trained in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and the legendary promoter Stu Hart's Dungeon, as they call it. Benoit, a disciple of the Dynamite Kid, another outstanding athlete. I'm sure you fans are familiar with. Wrist lock, vantage, Benoit, good counter move, great agility. And he tried to climb the ladder there, and Benoit took the leg away, not allowing Liger to execute that maneuver. Working on the elbow, head scissor, good move there, and an arm drag takeover, and another arm drag, lightning quick. Now, keep around Liger. He is so agile. He says, no, no, no. Don't try that again. Hope the fans receive this youngster favorably when he makes his debut in WCW. He's very excited about wrestling in the United States. As I said, a very likable youngster. Side headlock applied by Benoit. Good football tackle by Benoit, who has a little size advantage over Liger in this contest. Scoops him up and plants him. Elbow right to the chest. Now going for the cover. Snapmares the masked man over. Head scissor applied very firmly, very aggressively. WCW will be returning to the Tokyo Dome. I understand that over 40,000 tickets have been sold for that event. And the event, I believe, is January the 4th in the Tokyo Egg Dome. Last year, if you recall, over 65,000 fans were on hand. And we'll be taping that event for broadcast in early 1992. We'll keep you apprised of that situation. And we look forward to returning to Tokyo for this big card. Submission maneuver here. And look at this. Liger and this submission maneuver. Now what strain on the lower back. hamstring of Benoit. Referee in a position for the submission, but Benoit able to hold on. Half Boston Crab now as Liger has that one arm hooked, still putting great pressure on the back of his rival. WCW and New Japan certainly have a very favorable relationship. I think you'll be seeing some of the top Japanese stars competing more here in WCW in 1992. I'd love to see the great Muta return to World Championship Wrestling in 92. He is one of the major stars now in Japan, as Benoit with a counter. Now going for the head of Liger. Has him up, and what a suplex. He dropped young Jushin Liger right on his head. Clothesline, high impact move by the bigger of the two athletes in this contest. And now Benoit dropping the leg from the second turnbuckle. Will he get him here? Liger able to kick out. Front face lock, stiff suplex. Other lateral press, and again, Liger kicked out. Benoit did not hook the leg. Snap bears him over, back into the head scissor. One way to combat Liger is to keep him grounded. I think you can expect to see a very high-flying, offensive-minded matchup when Liger takes on Pillman in the United States. We hope you fans will call the wrestling hotline. Some major names are rumored to be on the way to WCW. We'll have that on the hotline till midnight this Saturday night. Version of a camel clutch. Liger likes to use these submission maneuvers. This match, an exclusive of WCW from Tokyo. Oh, what a move there by Benoit. Negotiated Liger on to his shoulders. Fell back with him. And now Benoit has the advantage. Front face lock. And just dropped Liger over the top ring rope. Two of the greatest light heavyweights in the world today. And you are seeing it exclusively here on TBS. Another knee. Caught him in the abdomen. We certainly appreciate you allowing us to come into your home once again here on TBS. And there's a power bomb. He should have him here. And again, Liger able to kick out. Benoit with the advantage. Headbutt. And Liger countered. Belly to back suplex by Jushin Thunder Liger on the man formerly called the Pegasus Kid, Chris Benoit. Irish whip, spinning kick. The heel caught Benoit right in the face. Reversal this time. And Souser takes him down. Clothesline by Benoit. Liger got a little fancy there. Belly to back with a bridge. And Liger just barely able to negotiate out of that one. Good belly to back with a bridge there by Benoit, who now is going up top to take a chance. And Liger up very quickly. Liger following him up. Headbutt by Benoit, trying to fight Liger off. Right hand. Liger finally knocked down from the top rope. And it's Benoit up on top. The headbutt. But Liger with both feet right to the face. And now it's Liger up on top. Drop kick from the top rope. Both men now seemingly ready to take the chances to put the other away. Right hand by Liger. Another one. Liger. Oh, good move by Benoit. Leapfrog. And got him up. Head scissor into a Frankenstein. And Liger, both feet, ramming Benoit to the railing. Watch Liger. Oh, man. What a move. That shooting star press. What a high-risk move. This kid with a 360 in midair, landing on Benoit. And they both may be injured here. Look at the media surrounding these two fallen athletes. What a move by Liger, who makes his way back to the ring. I'm not so sure that Benoit will be able to make it back, but here he comes. Wrestlers have a 20 count in Japan. Benoit with a counter. Liger with another counter. Elbow. Crucifix. And what a counter by Benoit. Liger had the crucifix, but it was Benoit who then turned it into a fall-away slam. Has him up. Tombstone pile driver, indeed it is. And now Benoit will go to the top to try to put Liger away. The headbutt. What a high-risk move. It found its mark. One that'll be all into a kick out. Benoit having a hard time, thinking he could only get 2 out of that one. Spinning kick there. Man, he is devastating with his feet. He's got Benoit up. Liger up on the top rope. Frankensteiner from the top. Can you believe it? A Frankensteiner from the top, and Liger will win it. What a move.
On December 29th, World Championship Wrestling presents Starrcade 91. With the world premiere of Lethal Lottery in Starrcade 91, the Battle Bowl is shaping up to be one of the most exciting sporting events in history. The possibilities of matchups involving 40 of the WCW's brightest stars are indeed fascinating. Their names will be drawn totally at random at the Lethal Lottery. Imagine Lex Luger drawing Sting's name as his partner, or Scott Steiner pitted against his brother Rick. The winner of 10 tag team matches then advances to the Battle Bowl, a 2-ring battle extravaganza with everyone for himself.
the lone remaining WCW wrestler in the ring, will be declared the winner of this inaugural Battle Bowl at Starrcade 91.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following tag team event, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from the Diamond Mine, accompanied by the Diamond Doll, is the team of Diamond Dallas Page, the Diamond Stud, together known as the Diamond Exchange.
Our first look at the Diamond Exchange here on TBS and WCW.
From Honolulu, Hawaii, Chris Sullivan. And from Orlando, Florida, Prime Time Brian Lee.
We'll remind our fans in the Atlanta area that another big national television taping occurs this Monday at Center Stage on West Peachtree in Atlanta. Taping starts at 7 o'clock, and certainly encourage you to bring your posters and your banners. Should be a lot of fun with some big matchups signed for Center Stage this Monday in Atlanta. And it's Chris Sullivan and the Diamond Stud starting out here. And what a matchup. Jushin Thunder Liger with that Frankensteiner off the top rope. What a breathtaking move. And we look forward to that young man's debut for WCW. Christmas night in Atlanta's Omni. Hear the impact of those chops by the 298-pound Diamond Stud. Very agile for a big man is the Diamond Stud, and fans still to come. More footage from Thanksgiving night's event in the Omni surrounding the World Tag Team Championship, and then the grudge match. Dustin Rhodes and beautiful Bobby Eaton. One-on-one still to come here today on WCW. Diamond Stud. Very unique press on Chris Sullivan. And the former announcer turned wrestler Diamond Dallas Page in. Page with a very authoritative forearm there on Chris Sullivan. Another forearm to the lower back area. Page is a big man. Say 6'4", at least 6'4", maybe a little taller, about 250. Belly to back suplex by DDP. Elbow got Sullivan in the head. We mentioned our television taping at Center Stage on Monday. Again, starts at 7 o'clock. Also a big television taping Tuesday in Anderson, South Carolina, which also begins at 7 p.m. Well, we have yet to see primetime Brian Lee in this contest. And, well, we're about to see him right now. Brian Lee, a good-looking athlete, just nailed Mr. Page and slams him. And Dallas would love to make a tag, and his partner obliges him. You can see that primetime Brian Lee not intimidated by the Diamond Stud. Ooh, what a chop. High impact moves by the Diamond Stud. Side headlock, but not for long. Good shoulder block. These two big athletes colliding here. Stud says, well, let's try this. Little test of strength. We'll go to proverbial plan B. Diamond Stud with the advantage. Very, very strong athlete. Brian Lee now building a head of steam. Irish whip and follows him in with a clothesline. Good move there. And Lee went for a crossbody. The big man left his feet and made a tactical error there. Avoided the elbow. Now he tags in Chris Sullivan. Sullivan fighting for all he's worth. But he's sure giving away a lot of pain. Oh, my. Oh, my. Clothesline. The man from Hawaii just got his lights dim. And now, here comes the Diamond Death Drop. Oh, yeah, he'd love to make the tag now. Sullivan is helpless. And Page makes the pin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the Diamond Exchange. Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest, it is set for one fall. Introducing first, from the North Woods, he weighs 275 pounds, Big Josh. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent from Boone, North Carolina, 219 pounds, gentleman Jim Cluntz.
Looks like Carlton the doorman there, Jim Cluntz. Big Josh, who will be in Anderson, South Carolina this Tuesday. Big Josh having some fun with the young fans here. Cute little young lady. Big Josh fan. Big Josh looks like he just came off a can of beef stew. Rather dapperly attired for a lumberjack, wouldn't you say? Matching hat and plaid shirt. Well, this Big Josh has got his good hat thrown down, and I don't think he's going to like that too much. And I think Gentleman Jim is going to like it even less. Well, he's showing some grit here. The debuting man from Boone, North Carolina.
What? Come here.
Uh-oh. Belly-to-belly suplex. Cluntz being handled like a rag doll here, and both feet right to the abdomen. Fans still to come. More footage from the Thanksgiving night event in the Omni. Plus the big grudge match involving Dustin Rhodes and beautiful Bobby Eaton.
One more time. Oh, one more time. Out there.
Big Josh, that log roll, certainly very effective. Big Josh can be very dominant, as I think you would agree. This match is any illustration of that point. Not only is the gentleman Jim being physically hammered, he's being lectured as this match progresses here. Big Josh said, "Show me what you got." Double axe handle right there. Here comes that northern exposure. Big Josh easily winning this one.
Fans, here's your winner, Big Josh.
Big Josh, as I mentioned, in Anderson, South Carolina this coming Tuesday night. Belly-to-belly suplex, nicely done. And then after the timber told us what was coming next, it was the northern exposure. Fans, the footage from the Omni is still to come, but right now let's take a look at the top 10.
And now, fans, here's a look at the WCW Top 10 rankings in singles competition for the weekend of Saturday, December 7th, 1991, as compiled by promoters and members of the WCW Board of Directors. Back in the top 10 this week, in at number 10, from Huntsville, Alabama, Beautiful Bobby. The Rapmaster PN News is number 9 this week. The Natural Dustin Rhodes checks in at number 8, up one notch from last week. In the number 7 spot, Cactus Jack. Mr. Hughes is in at number 6, continuing to move in the top 10. Now in the top 5, in at number 5, Scott Steiner. The World Television Champion, Stunning Steve Austin, checks in once again at number 4 this week. In at number 3 for the 3rd week in a row, The Stinger. The number 2 ranked man, the dog-faced gremlin, Rick Steiner. The number 1 ranked contender, the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, Ravishing Rick Rude. And the WCW World Heavyweight Champion is still the Total Package Lex Luger. And that's a look at this weekend's top 10.
Welcome back, everyone, to World Championship Wrestling. Still to come, that big grudge match, one-on-one, Dustin Rhodes and Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Now, those two gentlemen got quite familiar with each other on Thanksgiving night in Atlanta's Omni. We're going to be showing you some more of that exclusive footage momentarily of the tag team matchup involving the champions, Rhodes and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Their opponents, Eaton and Arn Anderson. Let's go back to Thanksgiving night in the Omni for this tag team confrontation. Rhodes now in a very precarious position. Eaton going for the cover. Got the leg hook and a half a count away. Oh, what a Thanksgiving here in Atlanta's Omni. Anderson in. Side Russian leg sweep. The Dangerous Alliance trying to regain these championships. I guess I should say to gain these championships. This match, well past 30 minutes, has a 45-minute time limit. That mare dangerously communicating with Beautiful Bobby. Dustin Rhodes now prevented from making the tag by Anderson. Beautiful Bobby in with a hammerlock. This one for the tag team championship of the world. Beautiful Bobby having a few words fairly here to Dustin Rhodes. The time limit becoming a factor now.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat getting this great crowd here in the Omni involved in this one. Beautiful Bobby bearing the knee and the tricep of Dustin Rhodes. World Tag Team Championship certainly in jeopardy here. Dustin wanted to make the tag. Again, Anderson prevented it. Working on that wrist. Stomping now on the elbow. Paulie dangerously has designated Anderson and Eaton to be the team that challenge for the World Tag Title. Ravishing Rick Rude, the U.S. champion. Larry the Crusher Zbyszko. Stunning Steve Austin, the TV champion. All members of the Dangerous Alliance. And look at the natural Dustin Rhodes fired up here. But a rake to the eyes by Anderson. And a counter move. Both men now down. Dangerously a little frantic. What leverage he would have if his team wins the World Tag Team Championship here. Eaton now with a tag. Dustin Rhodes tags in the Dragon. Steamboat and Eaton now, the legal men in the ring in this one. Double chop by the Dragon. Another on Anderson. Scoops up Eaton. He scoops up Double A. A drop kick. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on fire here. Hey, elevation. Eaton up with the lights here in the Omni. Oh, Anderson straddling the top rope. Single leg pickup. Steamboat with the cover. 1-2 to near fall. Inside cradle. Steamboat going for the cover here. Football tackle again. Beautiful Bobby. Able to kick out. And Steamboat up and over, but he held on. Steamboat back in the ring. The Dragon. Belly to back suplex. Dropping beautiful Bobby on his head. The Dragon on top. Judo chop. And Anderson in. The experience of Steamboat now as he avoided that blow from Anderson. The champions now have the advantage. The challengers ram together. Anderson outside with Rhodes. That's the time limit. They have wrestled to a 45-minute time limit draw. What a matchup. A time limit draw.
What a wrestling match it was, ladies and gentlemen. You don't see those too often, those time limit draws. It became very apparent that the Dangerous Alliance, led by Paulie Dangerously, will do anything to obtain the World Tag Team Championship. We'll be talking more about this volatile situation. I can tell you one thing. Dustin Rhodes and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat are a heck of a team. It's going to take a great effort to defeat them. But Dustin Rhodes has a score to settle with beautiful Bobby. He'll attempt to do that next. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Jim Ross back with you here on TBS and World Championship Wrestling. Now, fans, as many of you know, Beautiful Bobby, now a full-fledged member of the Dangerous Alliance. But a few weeks ago, he was teamed with Dustin Rhodes to take on Stunning Steve Austin and Arn Anderson. During the concluding moments of that contest, Beautiful Bobby made a major career decision. He turned his back on the fans, he turned his back on his partner, and he joined the Dangerous Alliance.
Austin now sending Beautiful Bobby in. Good counter move. Boyd, what a right hand. Dustin Rhodes almost out of it here. I don't know. Dustin certainly needs more time to regroup. There's Anderson back in. Anderson setting early, and there's a neck breaker. Beautiful Bobby. Look at Young tagging in Dustin. What's he doing? Beautiful Bobby with a shoulder breaker on his own partner. Beautiful Bobby turning his back on his partner. Austin on top. Oh, my.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, the team of Stunning Steve Austin and the Enforcer, Arn Anderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way into the ring area at 260 pounds from Austin, Texas, Dustin Rhodes.
Well, Dustin Rhodes, as you just saw, has a major score to settle with Beautiful Bobby Eaton now firmly entrenched as a bona fide member of the Dangerous Alliance.
And his opponent making his way into the ring area at 236 pounds from Huntsville, Alabama, coming to the ring by Paul E. Dangerously Beautiful Bobby.
Beautiful Bobby, led by WCW's answer to Cy Sperling. And fans, this one should be a dandy. And we'll get it underway right after this very brief timeout. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Jim Ross back with you here on TBS and WCW. This one ready to get underway, and there is real fireworks for this one. Mike Atkins calls for the bell. One half of the World Tag Team Champions, Dustin Rhodes, and a man that wants to be the Tag Team Champion, Beautiful Bobby Eaton. Beautiful Bobby, rather vociferous here, and rather uncharacteristic of him to be so vocal. Thumb to the eye by Beautiful Bobby, and the veteran from Huntsville, Alabama gains the early advantage with another right hand. Drop toe hold by Dustin, and he's just ready to fight here. And there comes Medusa, another member of the Dangerous Alliance, and Beautiful Bobby just got some knuckle knots on his head. Medusa and Paul Lee. Well, apparently, as you heard the Dangerously say, if you have any problems, you can call me. And the one that has problems right now is Beautiful Bobby, dangerously leaving the ringside area. I don't know the significance of that, but he's leaving Medusa out here. Her character certainly has been questioned recently. Her taste in men certainly not too desirable, as she associated with Dangerously and his cohorts. Right hand by Eaton. Ooh, what a right hand by Dustin Rhodes. It found its mark on Beautiful Bobby. Medusa will be leading many members of the Dangerous Alliance at the national television taping this Monday at Center Stage on West Peach Street in Atlanta. 7 o'clock the starting time. Dustin with a counter to the wrist lock. Fans, don't forget tomorrow here on TBS, the main event with Tony Schiavone and Missy Hyatt. U.S. Tag Team Championship matchup. The Young Pistols with their newfound attitude to take on the Patriots. We'll also show you a match from a few weeks ago inside a steel cage, Thunder Cage 91. That and more in the main event tomorrow. Uh-oh, Eaton went up and over. Now we got a judgment call, and apparently a no-call situation here. Hip blocking. Eaton is Dustin Rhodes and a lariat. My gosh, right out here on the floor at center stage. Eaton tossing, being tossed back in. There's a very evil woman. And I want to tell you something. She has got great martial arts skills. She is a heck of an athlete herself. She trained under the masters in Japan. Very proficient in kickboxing and other forms of martial arts. So she is a very dangerous woman. Rhodes with the advantage. Arm bar on beautiful Bobby. I want to thank Tony Schiavone for setting in for me last Sunday on my radio program on AM 750 WSB. I'll be back on the air tomorrow night. We'll be taking your calls. We'll talk about Starrcade. We'll talk about some of the exciting things in WCW. That's on AM 750 WSB tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Dustin Rhodes hesitated and got clipped there, reminiscent of Lex Luger's clipping of Sting at the Clash of Champions. And now beautiful Bobby. Oh, what? Man. Beautiful Bobby with that steel chair. Reminded me of the time in Shreveport, Louisiana. One of the most devastating chair attacks I've ever witnessed. Beautiful Bobby was deeply involved in that against the Fantastics. For some of you fans that may remember that situation. And Dustin Rhodes' knee, he can't even stand on it. Medusa had the referee distracted. And now beautiful Bobby has gained a very unfair advantage. Eaton now working on that knee, challenging the character of the natural Dustin Rhodes. Working on the knee and that modified version of a half crab. Beautiful Bobby, who told me that he would never have a manager again, certainly surprised us all by turning his back on young Dustin. You saw that tape earlier. Dustin thrown outside here. Medusa. And, oh, that karate kick. She kicked Dustin with that karate kick. And again, Eaton from behind. Dustin had his sights set on Medusa. WCW's Jezebel, I guess we could call it. Rhubarb Jones, again, good grief. He is going to destroy that knee of this kid. And look at the referee's position. Dustin Rhodes in tremendous pain. And Medusa again interjecting herself physically in this contest. She is despicable. And Eaton again attacking Dustin Rhodes' leg. And beautiful Bobby very proud of what he's doing. So I guess now Eaton's going to be the director.
Get on the back.
We got it beautiful. Bobby's just grand.
Well, she is very happy with the results thus far of this grudge match. I really don't know why Dangerously left the ringside area. Dustin Rhodes now trying to fight and regain some sort of competitive edge here. The kid's barely able to stand. Fighting back. He has to overcome a lot every time he gets in the ring. There are always those that say he is walking in his father's shadow. His father's shadow is rather large. 3 times heavyweight champion of the world. But this kid is making it on his own. His dad's not here wrestling for him right now. Sons of sports stars always have to live up to that image that their fathers have established. Really isn't fair. Look at Medusa there. Really an arrogant person. One would think someone as athletically gifted as she is would have more class and associate with the men that she is around. But money and power have a strange effect on people, almost intoxicating, as Eaton tries to go for the submission move on the kid from Austin, Texas. Beautiful Bobby again with right hands to his face from Dustin Rhodes, but Eaton back up quickly. Oh, both men collided there. Rhodes, I think, got the real blunt of that. Beautiful Bobby may have him here, and the kid kicked out. And look, Medusa trying to grab the referee, untie his shoes, it would look like. Beautiful Bobby with the advantage again. Eaton has really dominated this match after those chair shots to the knee. Oh my! He took a high risk, and it did not pay off. Beautiful Bobby paid a price there for that high-risk move. And Dustin Rhodes with the right hand. And another right. Beautiful Bobby now in trouble. Irish whip to the center of the ropes. But a neck breaker. Beautiful Bobby with a counter. That was a great neck breaker by beautiful Bobby Eaton. Oh, he slapped him viciously right in the face.
Eaton controlling it here. Eaton now has just kind of kicked it in a lower gear, taking advantage of the situation, but Dustin's got him. Inside cradle, and he held him. Oh, what a surprise. Wait a minute, there's Anderson and Zbyszko. The Dangerous Alliance taking over on Dustin. Spine buster slam. The Dangerous Alliance trying to dismantle Dustin Rhodes. Eating up on top. There's Mike Graham and Flying Brian. Steamboat is not here. Fans, we'll see you tomorrow on the main event. So long, everybody.